In this video, I will show you how to connect and set up your Onn 4K Google TV streaming box. It doesn't matter the type of TV you have, whether you have a Hisense, LG, Samsung, any TV at all, even if it's an older model or a newer model of TV. By the end of this video, I will show you how to connect your Onn Google TV box to any TV you have and set it up on the TV so you can turn any TV you have into a Google TV. Now first things first, let's go ahead and unbox this device and see everything that comes inside of the box. Inside of the box, we have the charger brick or the charging brick. Now, as you can see over here, it is actually a micro USB charging cable. And inside of this box, we have the Onn 4K streaming box itself. This is actually a Google TV box. Now you can literally see how small and compact it is. Now we also have a manual that comes with the Onn 4K Google streaming box. Over here we have a HDMI to a HDMI cable, you can literally see. And then finally we have the Onn 4K Google streaming box remote control. Without wasting so much of your time, we'll proceed to go ahead and connect this device to our TV. So first things first, you want to head over to the back of any TV you have. Just come over to where you have all of the ports on the TV. Now once you're at the back of your TV, the first thing you want to do is to go ahead and get your Onn 4K Google TV streaming box and then get the charging cable that comes with the Google streaming box. Now what you want to do is to go ahead and connect the micro USB cable to the micro USB port on your Onn 4K Google TV box. Now you can literally see the micro USB port over here. Just go ahead and connect it just like so. Make sure it fits very well with the box, and as you can see, this is how it should be. Now you want to go ahead and make sure you connect the charging brick over here to any power source or socket in your house. So I'll go ahead and connect mine, and once that is done, the next thing you want to do is to go ahead and get your HDMI to HDMI cable that also comes with the box of your Onn 4K Google streaming box, and then connect one end of your HDMI cable to any of the HDMI ports on your TV. Now for some TVs, you might actually have more than one HDMI port. Just go ahead and connect it to any of the HDMI ports on your TV. So I'll go ahead and connect mine just like so. And then you want to go ahead and connect the other end of your HDMI cable to the HDMI port on your Onn 4K Google streaming box. You can literally see the HDMI port over here. Now this HDMI port is actually on the opposite side of where you have the micro USB port on the device. So I'll just go ahead and connect it just like so. And once your connection is properly done, you're going to notice that just at the back of where you have your HDMI to HDMI cable connected on your Onn 4K Google streaming box, there is actually a light, a white light that actually shows at the bottom, indicating that this particular Onn 4K Google streaming box is currently being connected to a power source. Now what you just want to do is to go ahead and turn over to your TV. Now on your TV, first thing you want to do is to go ahead and get the remote control of your actual TV and change the input source of your TV to the same HDMI input source where your Onn 4K Google TV streaming box is actually connected on the TV. So go ahead and press on the input source button on your remote control. Usually it's just at the top of the TV remote. If you do not find it at the top of your TV remote, just go ahead and look for it at the settings of the TV, or you can just look for a way to get to that particular input source. So by simply scrolling over to input over here, you can literally see HDMI 1. So I'll just go ahead and select it to change to that particular HDMI input source on my LG TV. Now finally, once you get to the setup screen of your Onn 4K Google TV streaming box, what you want to do is to come over to the remote control of this device and then pull out the battery pack at the back, and then make sure you insert your batteries into the remote control. And then from the instruction over here, first thing you want to do to pair your remote control with your Onn 4K Google TV streaming box, you want to press on the back button over here and the home button at the same time. So just press and hold simultaneously for 5 seconds, just like so, until the light in your remote control starts to blink green, just like so. Now you can literally see that it has paired. And to continue with the setup process, first things first, you want to go ahead and select your language. In my case, I'll select the United States English. So select that, and then you want to go ahead and select your region as well. And at this point, you'll be asked to select the process you want to use to set up your Onn 4K Google TV streaming box. Now, if you want to set up using your phone, you can simply just go ahead and download the Google Home app, which is obviously available for both Android phones and iOS devices, and then scan the QR code over here on your TV. Alternatively, you can go ahead and set it up by just scrolling down to the setup on TV instead, and then just select that option. But if you want a quicker setup process, simply just go ahead and use the Google Home app from the App Store or Google Play Store of your phone. Now, on your phone, what you want to do is to go ahead and open up the Google Play Store or App Store if you're using an iOS device, and then make sure you download and install the Google Home app into your phone. So just come over to the search bar and then type Google Home. Now, you want to make sure you download and install this Google Home app into your phone. In my case, it is already downloaded, so I'll go ahead and open it up directly from here. Now, if you're using this app for the first time, you might actually have to set it up with your Gmail and password. So make sure you enter your Gmail and password. And then once you get to this page, what you want to do next is to come over to the devices tab at the bottom of the app. Now go ahead and click on add devices over here. And then next thing you want to do is to go ahead and select the Google Nest or partner device. Select your name or any home you want the device. In my case, I'll go ahead and select this and then click on next. Now you also want to make sure that your Wi-Fi is turned on so that your Onn TV box can actually connect to your Wi-Fi network. So just go ahead and click on activate and then make sure that your Wi-Fi is turned on. Now you want to go ahead and make sure you connect to your home Wi-Fi network. In my case, I'm connecting to my hotspot network, which is actually my iPhone 13 Sam. And then just click on the done button over here. You also want to make sure Bluetooth is turned on, so click on turn on and then click on allow. Now it will start to look for available Google devices. And as you can see at the top, this is basically the name of my Onn TV box at the top over here. So I'll just go ahead and click on yes. Now you want to scan the QR code on your TV. Now it is now connecting to Google device. Now you just want to click on the next button. Now select the location. So I'll select living room TV, then click on next. Now select any name you would want to give the device. Go ahead and connect to your Wi-Fi network. If you're already connected, then just click on the next button over here. Enter your Wi-Fi password if you've not entered it before. And now it is now connecting to my Wi-Fi or hotspot network in this case. And at this point, once they are both connected, the next thing you want to do is to simply just go ahead and click on the continue button over here. And then it is now signing in your Google account to your Onn 4K Google TV streaming device. Now verify it is you, just go ahead and click on next. If your phone has a password, you can go ahead and enter your phone password. And now you are now signed in. Now basically what you want to do at this point is you just go ahead and click on the accept button over here. Now click on continue, click on allow. Now at this point, you just want to go ahead and click on the continue button at the bottom here. You can go ahead and skip this process by just clicking on no thanks. We can do this later if you want to. And now here you want to choose your pre-installed applications. Just go ahead and click on next. Those are basically your subscriptions. And then finally, you can as well just skip this particular process. So I'll just go ahead and click on not now. Now click on no thanks and then just click on continue. Now the setup here is finished. Now finally, on the TV, you might actually be required to set up your remote control as well, but usually you may not necessarily have to do this, so I like to skip it. So basically you can just go ahead and click on the continue option over here. And as you can see, the Onn 4K Google TV streaming device is currently installing all of the pre-installed applications that are supposed to come with the device. So you just want to go ahead and give it some few minutes. And finally, once you're done with the whole setup process, this is basically how the Onn 4K Google TV streaming box interface actually looks like. But this device is actually an interesting one, and over time I'm going to be making proper tutorials on how to use this device, sideload applications that are not on the Google Play Store, and even show you other tips and tricks that you probably do not know about the Onn 4K Google TV streaming device. If you find this video useful, please make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more interesting tech tips like this one.